hell yeah, in this world, you must know who you are.
Hey, and welcome back to my channel, Nerd It This Way. I'm Melia, and today we are going to do a rather long video because I have a lot to catch up on. So, I'm going to do a book haul, a mini bullet journal, and a TBR in this video. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. No commitment. So, I have 3 piles: books that I will be reading for school, books that I have bought from thriftbooks.com, and books that were given to me as gifts from my birthday and recently Christmas. So let's get started with the books that I will be using and reading for school. The first book I will be reading is Writing Down the Bones, Freeing the Writer Within by Natalie Goldberg. This is on the list of books to read for my MFA program for my intro class, and I've heard really great things about this book, and so I'm pretty excited to get in, annotate. I don't write in books, so most of it's going to be like post-it notes and things like that, and maybe have like a side notebook for it. The next book is Joseph Campbell, The Inner Reaches of Outer Space, Metaphor as Myth and as Religion. I just kind of picked this book up. Like, this wasn't on the a list of anything for school. It just seemed interesting, so I grabbed it. Creating Characters, The Complete Guide to Populating Your Fiction, from the editors of Writer's Digest. Forward by Stephen James. And I'm going to also be using this throughout my MFA program, so I will be possibly taking notes on post-its and putting them in the book, or taking notes from the book and putting it into a notebook. I haven't decided yet. I haven't taken the sticker off, but Myths and Legends. Forward by William G. Doughty, edited by Jake Jackson. And I got this because it has Chinese, Native American, Greek, African, and other, Celtic, Norse mythologies all wrapped in one, so I don't have to buy a bunch of different books. It's all in one, which is really exciting because I love myths. Everybody loves myths. And so this will also be used in my MFA program. The Writer's Guides to Weapons. So I got this by Benjamin Sobiek, forward by David Morrell. I got this because I got tired of reading high fantasy or sci-fi books that had weapons in it, and when they describe like guns and spears and they misuse terminology, it bothers me, and I don't want to be that kind of writer. There's no shade to any other writer. It's just there is a guide for it, so why not use it, kind of thing. So I got this. And I got the crime book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. And this is kind of like a anthology kind of thing. Like an anthology almost. It takes like historical crimes and explains the method behind it, the weapons, the everything. I got this at Barnes & Noble, which most of these books in this pile came from. I went there for Natalie Goldberg's book and came out with more books, which is the story of every reader's life. Books that I have gotten as gifts and Christmas presents. And this is a rather big pile. Okay. So, The Boy Who Drew Monsters by Keith Donahue. I've been looking for this book. I got this from thriftbooks.com, and I think it was like $2 or $3. So a lot of these books are from Thrift Books. This is not a sponsored video. This is just like a handy dandy, you know, let me share kind of thing. So it's not sponsored. It could be. It should be. Next one should be sponsored. Thrift Books, if you're watching this. But it's not sponsored. Daughter of Ruin by Castner, K.D. Castner. I got this because of the cover. And it's been on my Pinterest want to buy for like a year. Jane Slayer, the literary classic with a blood-sucking twist. By Charlotte Bronte and Sherry Browning Irwin. So this is like a retelling. And I liked Jane Eyre, but retellings are always fun when there's blood and gore and vampires in it. The next book, this book is called The Secret Zoo by Brian Chick. And this, I believe, is a middle grade. And I don't really know anything about it. I'm kind of into like the secret menagerie, secret zoo, secret this, secret that of things. So I'm looking forward to that. The Hero Within by Carol S. Pearson. And this is kind of like a Joseph Campbell archetype breakdown of different character types. And I got this from Thrift Store Books, which I'll let you know which ones aren't from Thrift Store Books, because most of these are, except the first pile, which are from Barnes & Noble. Oh no, my bad. So I got this, oh, it's water damaged. Delilah Dirk and the Turkish Lieutenant by Tony Cliff. This has been on my to be read for quite some time. So I just picked it up because there was a woman on the cover holding a sword and I needed to know why. The Girl of Ink and Stars by Karen Millwood Hargrave. I know nothing about this, but I believe quite a few people have already read this. So if you read this, let me know if you liked it. Don't spoil it, but let me know how you felt about it or any of these books. I have As Black as Ebony and As Red as Blood. As Black as Ebony is, oh, they're both part of the Snow White retelling trilogy. So that's pretty exciting. And this is by Sala Simyuka. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. But yeah, like just the cover made me want to read this. The Tethered Mage by Melissa Caruso. And just the title. I went just shopping for titles. So this is a mandatory book that I have to read for my MFA course, and I will be reading it January. This is like mandatory, so this will be on my January TBR. This might be the only thing that I will definitely be reading, and it is Octavia E. Butler's Fledgling. So this is supposed to be, when I read the description. It made me think of Claudia from Interview with the Vampire. Like a little, she's not really a girl. A woman trapped in a child's body and can't remember anything. So, Claudia, black, and can't remember anything. Yeah. Next is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith. This is a retelling of the classic Pride and Prejudice with the author of Abraham Lincoln, The Vampire Slayer, and Unholy Knights. My sister read this, and I believe she said it was really good. So, I'm looking forward to it. Don't know when I'm going to get to it. Rochelle Mead's Soundless. And I just read I just watched Bird Box, and this reminded me of Bird Box and A Quiet Place, just the title. I don't know anything else about this except it says a village without sound. One girl hears a call to action and unlocks a power that could save her people. That right there, I was like, ooh, this sounds good. Let's try it. Tentacle and Wing, Are They Freaks or Are They the Future by Sarah Porter. The cover is why I bought it. Okay, and this book was given to me by my grandmother for my birthday. And it is a signed copy of The Price of the Ticket, Collected Nonfiction 1948 to 1985 by James Baldwin. My grandmother went to high school with his daughter and received a copy of this book and a signature addressed to her. So I thought that was really, really awesome. Like, best birthday gift ever. Oh, so she wrote me a letter to explain the book. Mahalia, as you can see, got this autograph from James Baldwin, June 13th, 1984. He was there for his goddaughter's class president, Sarah Moses. Hi, Sarah. I was there by invite. Head counselor, Westchester, Washington Community Adult School. Other items you may or may not want. So, yeah, my grandmother got a signed copy, and inside are just like really cool things. She got me these James Baldwin stamps that I will never use because I'm keeping them as a token. She put in a article about James Baldwin and the the graduation program from the adult school where she met him. Isn't that pretty? And there's a letter to her on the back. You see it? Yeah, so this is like the best birthday gift ever. So, yes. Wonderful. I think there's a movie coming out based off one of the books he's written. So that's really exciting. Okay, next is M.R. Carey, Someone Like Me. This is the author of The Girl with All the Gifts, which I watched the movie. I did not read the book, but the movie blew my mind, and I I was like, yes, I need this. And it's very like crazy, so exciting. I have book 2 of A Fool's Quest, and I got this because I want this edition, so I'm starting with the second book, and I will get the first and the third one. So I also have And I Darken and Now I Rise, Demand the Crown by Kristen White. And I might go this way. And so I'm pretty excited to get both hardcovers, and look at the condition. Super nice. I got this from Ollie's for $1. And the last book, I got this for $6, is David Less, The Devil's Company. And I just enjoy the cover. And so that concludes my book haul. And now I will probably be doing a voiceover for my bullet journal, because I said I was going to do a video for that. And so I might do a flip through as well, because I did not record all of it as I was drawing it and figuring out what I was going to do. So I will probably have a flip through later in January when I'm completely done with January spreads. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely comment on if you've read these books, how'd you feel about them. If you want to buddy read with me on any of these books, let me know. And when I get to reading them, I will do a shout out for you to see if you still want to do it. I will probably also have in this video me reorganizing my bookshelves, because I have books that I haven't read next to books I have read, and it's confusing. So I'm gonna rearrange that, and that will probably also be in this video. yeah, I could probably do it in another video, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel. So if you're new to BookTube, welcome to the community. If you're a new nerd, closet nerd, recorded nerd, or you want to be a nerd, hit subscribe and the bell for notifications because I will be doing this weekly. How often weekly? I don't know. I'm going to try and do 2 times out of the week. I will also be doing a goals video later this week as well. So stay tuned for more.